it's Mirror and I am back and so excited to be reviewing the new season of The Challenge, honey. This is my show. I am definitely a super fan. I have been watching for years. And I'm gonna just go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. I am a CT fan to the T, honey. Any season that he is on, I am rooting for him. And even though he won last season, I want to see him win again, because back to back, honey, and then they can bring him back next season and he can win that too, because I'm always root for CT. So just throwing it out there. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the first episode. So most of the old heads are caught up in these bricks and seeking to be sought out by the new people that are coming in. And they will be choosing their partners, honey. So CT is hiding. I think that man is just so scarred. Like, last season was really tough for him with partners, and his reaction to partners, it just didn't go so well for him. So I think he's just a little scared. So he was just hiding in the back. Because I was wondering why didn't nobody pick him. Because, honey, anytime I come in the house, is CT here? Because I'm picking him first, off top, every time. So I was definitely confused. But then I seen him hiding, and I was like, okay. So of all the people that ended up paired together, honey, first, Amanda and Cal, honey. I feel like that partnership is a recipe for disaster, because I don't even know how they will perform together, but just her temperament and Cal's annoyingness is definitely going to be entertaining. I definitely think we will have some drama between them. Nelson, honey, he is already explosive the first challenge, which we already know that's how Nelson gives it up, so it comes as no surprise. But apparently he didn't realize that if you try to put the wrong code in a lock so many times, it will lock up on that ass. So he was very upset. Devin and his partner ended up cracking the code first. They didn't end up winning, but you know, they cracked the code first. So I feel like Devin, you know, he gets a little excited anytime he do anything right, because we know how he does a lot of things wrong. I will say this, Devin grew on me last season. Like, for some reason, his annoyingness was less annoying and it was a little bit more entertaining for me. So I was actually glad to see him back this season, because let's be real, he just brings the entertainment. Anissa and Logan end up placing first, and it honestly feels so good to feel Anissa just start off the season good. I hope that she continues it on, and I hope that she gets her fair chance this season, because for some reason she always starts off strong and something at the very end just fucks it up for my good sis. So I'm really rooting to see her pull it all the way through this season. She's coming in hot. She's coming in hot. Speaking of hot, we have Ashley and her partner, honey, and Ashley was getting hot because they was not getting it. Her partner was freaking out, talking about, oh no, I don't want to be the first to go home. I don't want to be the first to go home. Honey, let me stop you there. If TJ tells you to pack that ass up and go home, that's where you going. Instead of worrying about going home, you should be worried about getting this challenge finished. Like, what is you doing? I could see where Ashley's frustration was coming from. I don't think she was overreacting this time. So they ended up coming and last, and honey, TJ psychs the fuck out of all of us, because I really thought they was going home, and I was gonna feel a little bad for Ashley's crazy ass, because she has been getting the short end of the stick these last couple seasons, and I've been feeling a little bad for her. So I was glad that he was just messing with them and they didn't end up going home. Nani's partner, we find, just picked her because she looks good. So I'm gonna need Nani to get out of that partnership as soon as she can, because that's another one. Nani and Anissa, they have been on so many seasons and they usually come pretty close and they don't win. And I want to see one of them win. I just want to see them come out on top, get that victory, because they've been at it for so long. So yes, let's run for the hills as fast as you can and get you a new partner. As much as Amanda grinds my gears, she was definitely coming off top with the facts, honey. The vets are in trouble if they don't stand together this season, because they are so outnumbered and there are so many rookies that if they ain't on top of their shit, them rookies can definitely get them up out the house. And the thing I like about the rookies this season is they don't seem gullible. You know what I'm saying? They don't seem scared either. They don't see them like them rookies that are going to bow out gracefully and just let the vets do whatever and take over. You know what I'm saying? Like, last season, they tried. They came in very hot. They was going hard for let's get the old heads out the house. But it just didn't work because they still couldn't they couldn't measure up against the old heads. So yeah, y'all throwing them in, but then y'all losing, so they're still not going home. But this season, I definitely think that there is some competition. So it's gonna be interesting to see how everything comes out. So, and I just gotta go ahead and note this too. We got some eye candy too this season, honey. The cast is looking good. They ain't picked nothing else. They picked some good looking people. So we found out it's Michaela and Logan's birthday, and they really don't want to celebrate because I think once people get in this house, they get in game mode and everything's about this game and they trying to win. But Anissa said, I don't care, honey. We about to have a little house party. We about to have some fun. So Devin comes out being Devin in his little Speedo, you know. That's what he's here for, entertainment. And he entertains us, honey. Michelle and Jordan's evil twin seem to have had something going on, which is odd to me because I did hear that Jordan's evil twin and Tori has something going on, which is ironic because he is Jordan's evil twin. Like, he literally looks like Jordan with a twist. But I don't know because he seems to have something going on with Michelle. So maybe it happened after the fact because the tea and the spoilers is usually pretty spot on and correct. So we're going to see how that works out. We also see that Ashley and Nelson have something going on. Train wreck. And then Nani and Casey is still going on with whatever they had going on. So we just got a lot of stuff going on. And then we got Amanda and Fessy, which is just so fucking random and just, I don't know. I don't like Fessy and I really don't like Amanda, so good for them. But apparently there's just a whole lot of mingling this season, which is also going to be the equivalent to so much drama because we know how it happens in this house, especially Ashley and Nelson. Like, what are y'all thinking? Two hot-headed, temperamented people? That is going to be a disaster. So Nelson and Fessy are still beefing after last season, as they should. If I was Nelson, I would not trust Fessy either, and I would not forgive him. But we do need the vets sticking together, so I hope they can push it to the side for the sake of the game. But yeah, don't trust them and get them out the house as soon as y'all get all these rookies out the house. So we have our little spy, Emmy, honey. She done came through and told Nisa and Tori that Michaela has this list. It's basically a hit list. She got who she can trust, who she can't trust, and who she wants out the house first. And she basically tells her that Tori is enemy number uno. So Big T takes it upon herself to go tell Michaela and approach her. And I mean, it was going around the house, so Michaela was going to get the tea anyway, but it was just like, Big T, I don't know why you did that. But Michaela chooses to try to clear the air, try to show the list to make it, you know, like, here, I don't have nothing to hide, I'm gonna show you the list. I feel like she really just ended up digging her own grave. Like, Emmy just handed her the shovel and she went on digging. So we see that the survivor alliance is quickly crumbling, like falling apart right now. But you know, we can now tell that Kayla is going to have a target on her back and Emmy is a hell of a spy. So it should come as no surprise that Michaela and her partner ends up getting thrown in. Like, Michaela comes right out the gate in the discussion trying to point fingers at Michelle, but everybody just ends up throwing her under the bus because even though she said the list wasn't what they thought it was, it actually was exactly what they thought it was, and everybody else said that. So I really don't think everybody else was lying. I think they just snitched on you. So you just got caught pretty much. So her and her partner got thrown in. So when we get to the challenge, Anissa and her partner can choose who goes against Michaela and her partner. But TJ throws in a little twist because they don't have to choose a partner pairing like they usually do. They can pick anybody, a girl and a boy individually from any team. So nobody's safe. And some of the rookies is like, dang, because we was paired up with vets. So we thought they had us safe for a little while. But as always, nobody's safe, honey. So Anissa really wanted to throw in Emmy and of course Coriel just because she just was gonna stick with the partner pairing because Emmy and Michaela had their beef, so it just only made sense to make them battle it out in the elimination. And it kind of annoyed me that her partner just would not go along with it because he was friends with Emmy. Like, I guess he's loyal, but you're just getting on my nerves. Like, throw her ass in. And Corey L, it really annoyed me that he got thrown in by default, and it annoyed him too. And he should have been annoyed. Like, if y'all wasn't gonna throw Emmy in, then why am I down here? Because we was in here because of her mess, and then she ain't even down here. So I definitely would have been annoyed. But Corey L held it the fuck down, honey. Michaela was battling too. Unfortunately, she was battling on her own because her partner Rennie was definitely not doing shit. He was definitely the weakest link up in there. Granted, Corey did have a size advantage against him, but it's like he still just didn't put up a fight like Michaela was in there putting up. And you know, Michelle came through in the end a little bit too, but at the end of the day, Corey L held it down and they won. So Michaela's going home, and I actually like Michaela. Like, I think she definitely got herself into some mess quickly, and she could not get herself out of it quick enough, so she got thrown in. But I would have liked to see her go farther, and I really think she would have been a stronger competitor, but she gotta go. So we learned that had to go home, and I'm like, nah, what is with you? You can't last the whole season. Like, last season he didn't get eliminated out of lose or anything. He went home. And this season, the first episode, he's gone. So we learned he got a replacement, and in comes Ed coming in with all this hair, honey. And I'm like, who is Ed? Another person I don't know, another name I'm not gonna remember. But as it turns out, he was in the first season of The Circle, so I actually do know him because I did watch that on Netflix. So welcome to the house, Ed. We're gonna see how long you last. So it is now up to Corey L and Michaela to choose new parents. They can choose to stay with the people they was originally with. They can steal anyone else's partners. Basically, they have dibs on whoever they want. So Michaela says, you know, for once maybe we want to go with beauty over bronze, and everybody's looking like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And then she chose Devin, and everybody's like, why would you do that? Like, you must be here for a good time, not a long time, because Devin, like, he tends to stay in the house longer than he should, and he usually can play strategically enough to get himself pretty far, but he doesn't win. So okay. So Corey L was a little bit smarter. He had his eyes on Tori coming into the house, so he was so glad for the opportunity to snatch her ass up, and he snatched her up. And poor Kels, he was so sad. He was up there looking distraught because I think he had eyes for Tori more than one way. Like, I think he thought she was gonna be a good partner, and he thought she was good to look at as a partner. So he had the best of both worlds, and now Corey L done took that. But I do see Corey L and Tori being a good partnership because Corey L has proved himself to be pretty strong, and we know what Tori does. She's really good, so we gonna see. So then Kels ends up with Tracy, who was also left partnerless, and then by default Emmy gets the new boy Ed, so we'll get to see them as partners because I haven't really got to see what either of them can bring to the table. So I don't know what those parents are going to be like, but I am very interested to see. This season definitely started off with a bang, gave us something to look forward to. I think it is going to be a phenomenal season, and I cannot wait. All of these new faces, these new good looking faces, honey, I will not remember names, but I will not forget a face. So we gonna get all into this season, so make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like this video, comment down below, and of course subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.